Advisories out, which we'll jump to on the map in just a moment. Still raining here in the Ashland area. Here are the flood watches, which means flooding is possible, and that's pretty much all the counties that border the Ohio River, and then down into southeastern Kentucky and the biggest chunk of south central Ohio, southeast Ohio, and again all the counties in West Virginia that border the Ohio River. We do have a new warning. We have an aerial flood warning here that is for the eastern half of Athens County, and then we have a new one that just came out for southern Jackson, southern Roane. We have northern Kanawha and western Clay County. Let's get in there and check this out. We've seen in the past 12 hours an inch and a half of rainfall, and even though the heaviest rain is not falling here now, we just had so much rain earlier. I'm actually a little surprised that we didn't have those warnings earlier, because that rain just continued to pile up here and then it extended all the way on up toward Washington County in Marietta. But this is an inch and a half of rainfall that's draining in. We have a report of US 119 just a little bit north into Roane County has some water over it, so you can't pass through that area. So let's watch out in those particular spots. Also, water's up on the Scioto River. It's up already above the flood stage at Piketon by about 1.5 feet, continuing to rise to about 24.4 feet by Friday. And again, that'll be 4.4 feet above the flood stage. It's Scioto and Camp Creek townships that will experience the highest amounts of waterfall. And here are the estimates again. Not only do we have that stripe right here where Jackson and Roane and Clay and Kanawha come together of more than an inch to about an inch and a half of rain, but there's that real heavy stripe, and that's basically just a little bit to the north of the viewing area, the eastern portion of Athens County as well. So just watch out in these areas. And that was the earlier rain. Still raining here in those areas. Here's the heavier rain now, and this is in Cabell County. So let's say around Salt Rock, down through West Hamlin. We want to watch out in some of those areas for the potential, some of the roadways to take on a little bit of water in those low dips. This is all moving back to the north end of the west. Little gap around Pikeville, but there's more heavy rain coming your way. It's coming right across 460. It'll be sliding in from the Wise, Virginia area. And then here's what's going on. Why is this not moving? Well, because we have a large area of high pressure up here to the northeast. Let's put the stop sign on for the area of low pressure, which is just sitting and spinning. And look at this. See how you're tapped into the Atlantic here? Look at that conveyor belt. It is just tapped in, and those nice mild waters, we won't call them hot yet, but mild waters are throwing that moisture right on up into our area, and there's really not much relief from that until this roadblock moves out of the way, and that doesn't happen until, let's say, Friday night, Saturday. So here's what we're stuck with. More of those rains coming in. Could be more flooding issues. It's getting dark. Don't go out there on some of these area roadways like 119. You don't want to be out there where you can't tell how deep that water is. And again, we watch the rainfall in the morning. Now there's a break in the afternoon. Fewer of us will see the heaviest rains, which is great. And then we pick up, again, a break in the morning Friday, followed by, these are afternoon downpours, thunderstorms that will have speed. They'll zip on out, but we couldn't rule out maybe another little patch of some high water here and there. It's another 1.5 inches to possibly 2 inches of rainfall between now and the end of Friday. The weekend rainfall is just very hit and miss. Those are the pop-up showers and storms, about a 30% chance any day. So tomorrow, about the same temperature on the high end of the scale. Many of us only got into the 50s, but we're going to go with a max in the region of 68, 75 Friday, then 80s on the weekend, very summer-like by Memorial Day, and all across the board here we have those afternoon pop-ups. There's so much water in the ground, it's easily just kind of baked up into the atmosphere and turns into those pop-up showers and storms, which we'll continue to monitor.